here's an example of a root 6 minor 7 flat 5 chord. Now what I've done here is I've taken the 7th step of the scale, flatted the 7th, taken the 3rd step of the scale, flatted the 3rd, taken the 5th step of the scale, and flatted the 5th. So now I have a voicing from 1, flat 7, flat 3, flat 5. By sharping and flatting parts of the scale, you can come up with other chords. In this particular case, this is a movable chord with its root on the 6th string. Now, here's the concept of learning a little bit and knowing a lot. Now, once you've learned this particular voicing, you can play it anywhere on the neck. And depending on what this note is right here will be the root name of the note. So for instance, I'm here, this one would be a B flat minor 7 flat 5. Or I could play it over here, which would be an F sharp minor 7 flat 5. So no matter what, I've got one pattern and a whole bunch of chords going all the way up the neck. So all you have to know is one chord voicing, you know lots of different chords all the way up the neck. I want to talk about chords now with the root on the 5th string. Now, this particular fret combination is going to be an extraction of some scale with the root on the 5th string. So here it is. We're going to have 5, 1, 4, flat 7, 2, 5. Now one thing I want to talk here a little bit about, you're probably wondering what 2 and 4 is in relation to chords. So the second step of any scale, or the second step of a scale, is going to be the 9th of a chord. The 4th step of a scale is going to be the 11th, and the 6th step of some scale is going to be the 13th. So you can take all those and you can sharp and flat those all over the place, and you end up with flat 13s and sharp 5s and major 7 sharp 11. So those are how you get those chords, is by utilizing the 2nd, 4th, and 6th step of a scale to create chord extensions. Here's an example of a dominant 9th chord, or just a 9th chord. And this particular voicing, I've got the 1, and I took and then the 4th step of the scale was here, so I lowered that a half step to 3. The flat 7 is already there on that fret, and the 9th is also there on the same fret. So if I use this particular fingering, I now have a 9th chord with the root on the 5th string. And again, this is a movable chord voicing. The voicing on this is 1, 3, flat 7, 2, or 9. And now if you want, you can also add, by barring a little bar in there, you can also add the 5th in there. And you've got a 1, 3, flat 7, 9, 5 voicing just by adding one string or one note to it. Here's an example of a major 7th chord with the root on the 5th string. In this particular example is a 1, 5, 7, 3 voicing. Now, and this is a common chord, you've probably seen this one a million times, but I want to talk about how it's derived from the scale now. Okay, we have the 1, which is the root. We got the 4 here. So the 5 is right here. Okay? The flat 7 was here, that single fret configuration. The flat 7 is here, so the regular 7 is right here. And the 2 is here, or the 9th. And the 3 is right here. So if I combine them together and make some sort of fingering, I've got a major 7 chord with the voicing 1, 5, 7, 3. Okay, chords now with the root on the 4th string. Now, we've got a single fret configuration that's going to happen here for those chords with the root on the 4th string. We now have 2, 5, 1, 4, 6, 2. Here's an example of a dominant 7th chord with the root on the 4th string. So we have a 1, 5, because 4 was here, 5 is here, 1, 5, 6 is here, 7 is here, so now I'm going to flat the 7, and then I've got a 3. There's 2, this is 3, 2, 3. So this voicing is a 1, 5, flat 7, 3. Now I want to talk a little bit about the components of that, which I was talking about when I got to the area of chord spelling. Okay, major 7 chords are basically composed of some combination of 1, 3, 5, 7 extracted out of a major scale. Minor chords or minor 7s are 1, flat 3, flat 7, 5, or any combination of that. Dominant 7th chords are a 1, 3, 5, flat 7. Diminished chords are a 1, flat 3, flat 5, double flat 7 or 6. Augmented chords are a 1, 3, sharp 5. So and any combination of those notes will create a voicing of that particular chord. And I'll leave you to figure out the voicings and stuff. But anyway, at the end here I wanted to talk a little bit about my Cool Chords book, because if you're stuck and you want to figure out how the fingerings are to these particular chords, I've got this all set up in this book, and it helps you to understand chord voicings as well as fingerings. So I hope this helps you in your quest for more chords. Thank you. I'd like to thank you. This is Dennis St. Germain with Music Lessons on DVD, and also check out my blog, Music Lessons for You Online, and it's the number 4. Music Lessons for You Online. I've got a whole ton of information on there that is some pretty cool stuff. So anyway, check it out, and thanks for watching.